If you're running a service business, then you know the pain of a client no-show, right? It's not just lost time, it's lost money. So today, we're going to dive into a really simple but powerful way to fix that. And we're going to do it by unlocking a hidden potential in a tool you're probably already using every single day, Google Calendar.
I mean, really, think about it for a second. Every single one of those empty slots that should have been filled, that's basically a hole in your revenue. And here's the kicker. If you're using Google Calendar to manage all your bookings, you might be shocked to find out that it's actually part of the problem.
Yeah, the whole issue really boils down to something we're going to call the Google Calendar gap. It's this fundamental limitation kind of baked into how the calendar is designed to work, and it's a huge pain for anyone with a client-facing business.
Okay, so here's the problem in a nutshell. Google Calendar, it's fantastic at reminding you about your appointments. It'll send you notifications all day long, but what it doesn't do is remind your clients. There's just no built-in way to automatically send a text message to the one person who actually needs to show up.
And get this, you can't just throw more money at Google to make it go away. Nope. Even if you're paying for those fancy top-tier Google Workspace plans, they still don't offer automated text reminders for your clients. It's just not a feature. It's a gap that can only be filled by a third-party tool, which means, yeah, we've got to look for a solution somewhere else.
So if the default email reminders from Google just aren't cutting it, what's the answer? Well, the data on this it's just incredibly clear. The winner, by a long shot, is the good old-fashioned text message.
I mean, just look at that difference. It's wild, a 98% open rate for text messages. Compare that to email, which is sitting at just 20%. It's not even a contest. If you absolutely need to make sure your client sees that reminder, the choice is obvious. Text is king. And this is what it all leads to. This is the big payoff. Businesses that start using SMS Reminders see, on average, a 30 to 50% drop in no-shows. That's not a tiny little tweak. That is a huge recovery of lost revenue, all from sending one simple automated text.
So the great news is you're not alone in this. There are a ton of tools out there designed to fix this exact problem. So what we're going to do is look at the top options based on the source material, and then really zoom in on the 4 best choices for different kinds of businesses.
All right, here's a quick side-by-side look at the top contenders. As you can see right away, they're not all the same. You've got tools like Remindlo and SMS Reminder App that offer a free tier, which is awesome if you just want to test things out. Then you've got a range of prices, from super budget-friendly options like Remind1 at just $9 a month, all the way up to more powerful platforms like GReminders. And you can see they're each kind of best for different type of user, Solopreneurs, big US practices. Don't worry, we're going to dig into the top picks next, but this gives you the lay of the land. Okay, now for the most important part. How do you actually make a decision? With all these options, how do you pick the one that's right for your business?
Well, the easiest way is to figure out which profile best describes you. What's your main priority? Is it simplicity, or are you all about the absolute lowest price? Maybe you're a high-volume business, or you need pro features like CRM integration. Let's figure out where you fit.
All right, first up, let's say you just want something simple, a set-it-and-forget-it kind of system that just works in the background. If that's you, the top pick is Remindlo. It's got a permanent free tier, which is perfect for trying it out, and it's built from the ground up for service businesses.
Okay, next profile. What if your #1 priority is price, just the lowest possible cost to get started? In that case, the recommendation is Remind1. It starts at just $9 a month, so it's the most budget-friendly way in. Plus, it also works with Microsoft calendars, which is a really nice bonus.
Now, what if you're a bigger business, say in the US, and you're dealing with a lot of appointments? Then the go-to choice is Appointment Reminder. For $29, you get a ton of messages, 400 texts to be exact, and it even gives you the option for automated voice call reminders, which for some clients can be an absolute game changer.
And finally, let's talk about the power users. Think professional firms like law offices or medical clinics that need more than just reminders. For them, there's GReminders. Now, it is the most expensive, but there's a reason for that. It integrates with big CRMs like Salesforce and HubSpot, and it's got crucial compliance features like HIPAA, so it's really more of a full-on practice management tool.
So, when you weigh all the options, what's the bottom line? Well, the source article offers a pretty clear verdict. For most small businesses out there, they conclude that that mix of simplicity, automation, and fair pricing makes Remindlo the strongest all-around choice. Okay, before we wrap this up, let's do a quick rapid-fire round and tackle some of the most common questions people have when they're looking at these tools.
All right, first question, and it's a big one. Is the setup for this stuff super technical or difficult?
And the answer is a big, clear no. Seriously, the setup for most of these tools is incredibly easy. We're talking 2 to 5 minutes to connect your Google account. You don't need to know any code, no special skills required, it's super simple.
Okay, next up. People always worry about the day-to-day work. Like, do I have to sit there and manually send out every single reminder? No way. Absolutely not. The best tools are all about automation. You set them up one time, and that's it. They just run in the background, grabbing new appointments from your calendar and sending the reminders for you. You don't have to lift a finger.
And the last big question is always about money. What's the absolute cheapest way to get started just to see if this works for you?
You've got two fantastic options here. First, Remindlo has a totally free plan, and it's free forever for 10 reminders a month. If you need more than that, Remind1 has the cheapest paid plan out there, starting at just $9 a month.
So I want to leave you with this one question. Take a second and actually do the math for your own business. What would a 30% drop in your no-shows next month actually mean for your bottom line? I have a feeling that number might be all the motivation you need.